Hey there. Hope you're having a fantastic week. Just a reminder, if you like what we're doing, remember to hit that subscribe button. It'll help us bring you more, better, bigger content that'll help you build your business and change your life. So today I want to talk about money. Now that brings up a lot of emotions for people. In fact, there are whole courses and whole loads and loads of stuff written about how to talk about money in relationships. And my gut is a lot of the split ups, the divorces in the world come from talking about money and emotions around money. But I'm here to talk to you today, not about relationships and money. I guess it's always a relationship or your relationship with money. But I'm talking about money and business and how to talk about it. I was talking to a friend of mine who owns a commercial real estate business. It's a very successful business, and I was sort of asking him about, what kind of culture they have and how they operate. And he said, one of the things we do, Bill, is we always talk about money. And I said, well, hang on, tell me more about that. And he said, well, we just always talk about money. We get comfortable talking about money because if you always talk about money, then it's not weird to talk about money. I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, if you get comfortable with something, it's not weird. He said a lot of times people put money under the rug. They don't want to talk about the money. They don't want to talk about salaries. They don't want to talk about money with clients. It's an uncomfortable situation. Like, have you ever been in a sales situation where everything was going great and then you kind of froze up when you got ready to ask for the money? So I want to talk about talking about money in business, and I'm going to give you 3 tips, and I'm not going to say they're going to be easy to implement, but I'm going to give you 3 tips to talk about money in your business. Number 1, understand what money is. Brad Sugar's definition is an idea backed by confidence. If you think about that, that's kind of what it is. We used to be in America on the gold standard. Now we went off the gold standard, so now it's just an idea. As long as the federal government backs up the currency, it's worth something. When back in the war between the states, when the South was, finally surrendered, Confederate money, which was an idea backed by confidence, was worth nothing. So think about what money really is. The second thing is to get clear on your definition of money, because I can tell you, you likely were like me and you heard things as a kid like money is the root of all evil, or money doesn't grow on trees. And so you've got these definitions in your head that you've heard all your life that have been running around that are just that. They're just definitions or just a viewpoint of what money is. So let me ask you something. If you changed your viewpoint from money is the root of all evil to money is a tool to be used for good, how does that change things? That's going to change your relationship with money. It's also going to change the need. Like, if you want to do more good in the world, get more money so that you can do more good in the world. You can afford to give more money to the charities of your choice. You can afford to hire more people. You can afford to impact more families. So getting comfortable with the idea that money is a tool to be used for good is one of my definitions of money. I think it'll help you. So get clear on a positive definition for money. Understand money's not good or bad. Money just is. Money is that tool, that idea backed by confidence that can be used for either good or bad. You could use it for bad if you want. You could use it for selfish reasons. Doesn't care. Money doesn't care. But, my suggestion is so that you can get a better relationship with money, you're going to want to change your definition to something for good. So that's the second thing. The third thing is you need to be logical. There is a lot of consternation or resentment around fairness. So what I find is a lot of times employees are like, well, I wouldn't pay that for whatever product or service we're doing. I wouldn't invest that. That seems a little high. But what's the basis of that? Number one, just because you wouldn't pay it doesn't mean your market would pay it. Let's say you're focused on high net worth individuals and providing them with services. They will pay a lot more and for a lot different things than, say, someone just getting out of college. It's going to be a different marketing thing, and their view of what they can afford and what's fair will be different. Just because you don't think that you would pay that would be it. There's an old story from Zig Ziglar about a guy who was having trouble selling pots and pans. And he said, well, you just don't believe in your product. And he said, well, what do you mean? I'm out there every day pushing. He said, well, yeah, but you don't own a set of those pans. So you're going to have to put yourself in the place of your market to get clear on what it is. And your definition of fairness might be, is that price fair? Is that price fair? That's going to be different than somebody else's definition. So, those are my 3 tips. Understand what money is. Make sure you have a positive definition of money. And then, understand the marketplace. Now, I'm not saying go out and cheat people or any of that stuff. I'm just saying, your definition of what a fair price is might be different than what someone else's definition of a fair price is. So a couple of tips. I'm not saying they're easy. We have a lot of emotional baggage around money, but I hope this helps you to talk a little bit more about money in your business and in your relationships. Hey, and until next time, all the best.